we love food, colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks, where we learn about food through books. Today we're going to be reading Fall Changes by Ellen Senesi, also illustrated by Ellen Senesi, and this is a scholastic book. October is finished and November is here. Can you believe it's November already? And November is still part of fall. The weather is changing. It's chilly. It's fall, and it is getting chillier outside. They've got on their sweaters. We need some sweaters to keep warm. Mornings are wet with dew, and sometimes it's foggy too. Can't hardly see those trees. Night comes earlier and earlier, but we still keep playing on Twilight Fall. So that is one thing that's kind of challenging about fall, is it gets darker earlier and we might not get to go outside as long, but we still need to make sure we get lots of exercise every day. When it's rainy and cool outside, stay inside where it's dry and cozy. And that just looks like a cozy room with those lights. People put on sweaters and jackets. Warm clothes feel good because it is a little bit cooler outside, so you probably want to wear coats when you go out. In orchard, crisp red apples hang ready to be picked. My apple tree is already finished. I don't have any more apples on it at my house. In gardens, the last fruits and vegetables ripen. You can see some little cherry tomatoes, and you might still have a few of those around at your house if it's a protected area. Fall foods are bountiful to look at, and they're beautiful. Look at this big wagon full of beautiful fall foods, and that's kind of maybe getting us ready for the next holiday, which would be Thanksgiving. Fall foods are even better to eat. And they're going to be making some cooked apples. And we talked about that a few weeks ago. That's one of my favorite things. In the fall, flowers and plants dry up and harden. There's lots of brown things when we look around. They change to lovely brown. So there's all different shades of brown, but there's just not as much color as what there was. Some leaves on trees change colors too. We've had beautiful shades of red and orange and golden yellows. Just really makes it pretty when there's lots of different colors. And then they all fall down. So some of us might have to rake those leaves. You also might find pine cones and seed pods, acorns. Those little squirrels are finding all those nuts to take home to their place where they live in the winter to hide so they'll have something to eat. Many animals are changing in the fall as well. When we think about animals that live outside, their wool or their fur gets thicker. And we have this sheep, and it is really got lots of fur on it. Some birds fly away to warm, sunny places. So we might not see as many robins or birds that we would see in the summertime because they've gone somewhere warmer. We celebrate fall with holidays. So we've just had Halloween. You might still have some candy left over from that you're eating. And we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. And this looks like fun. All the family sitting down together, enjoying lots of yummy food. And we celebrate fall by having lots of fun. So they're jumping in leaves and just enjoying that pretty fall weather. Look around and see fall changes again and again and again. So think about all the pretty things that we have to look at before winter begins. And you'll see there's a little bit of snow on the ground in this picture. So before we know it, winter will be here. Today we're going to make a fall trail mix. So when you're out playing in the leaves or you're maybe going on a little fall hike, this would be a good thing to take with you. So we have some Cheerios. We're going to add some raisins or any other kind of dried fruit. You might want to add some peanuts. That would be some good protein. And if you're allergic to peanuts, you could leave those out or add something else in their place. We're going to add some candy corn, just because that reminds me of fall and it's bright and cheerful. You could even add something like goldfish. That would give it another color. And then the last thing that we're going to add are some pumpkin seeds. So when we think about if we scoop this pumpkin out, we could roast our own pumpkin seeds, and those are really yummy. But you can also buy pumpkin seeds from the store. So we're going to stir a little bit of those in, and you can put this in a little snack bag or a container, and you have got a yummy trail mix made with foods from lots of different food groups. So we had our raisins, which are dried fruit, and that would come from this group. We've got grains from our Cheerios, and our peanuts give us some protein. So it's fun to see how many different things we can combine in our trail mix to make a nice healthy snack. Come back and join us again next week for Storytime Cooks as we learn about food through books.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too.